Hey, welcome back to Bill Plays Bass, where I play these things. Today we're going to be looking at my Hartke 3500. I've had this for some time. I got it, model 2000, and a couple of nice Hartke cabs for cheap from somebody. And this thing is making this weird distorted noise. And today just going to take a look at how to troubleshoot that. You may not be able to fix it yourself. Lord knows I might not be able to fix this, but a lot of times it's something easy. This amp hasn't seen a lot of use in a while, so I am hoping that it's something we can take a look at. Again, let's take a look at just kind of how to diagnose the noise, and hopefully that will lead me towards something easy to do to fix it. So I will warn you, the fans on these are quite noisy. That's just the way it is. These things are meant to rock, so they need cooling. This is only 350 watts, but this thing will crush. I'm going to be playing through this 115 behind me, and it is all I can do to keep this thing from wanting to crush the neighbors. So I'm not in the basement, and my next house is like right next door. The only thing is I'm on the second floor, and they've only got a ranch, so hopefully it won't be too annoying. Anyhow, let's turn the amp on. And there's the jet engine. Hopefully you can hear that. So I have most things cranked on the amp, other than the volume knob, of course. So the EQ is not cranked all the way up, but it is engaged. I have both the low and the high contour up. Master's on nothing, the EQ's on, compressor's halfway, and then I have both of the preamps up. So let's kind of turn the bass up. Camera's picking that up. There's this ungod awful fuzz going on. It's pretty much on the low notes only. So let's take a look at what could be causing that. So first I'm going to turn, let's say the tube preamp down. Still doing it. Still doing it. Still doing it. So let's turn that all the way back up. Let's turn down the solid state preamp. Still got the distortion. I can still hear it. And notice the knob's not making any noise, so pot's probably clean. Let's try the compressor. Compressor's just helping us get less distortion. So that's kind of interesting. The compressor squishes the level down, and with the level squished down, you don't hear it. But it's just because it's hitting it so hard. And there's the noise. So now, let's put that in a normal position. Let's turn off the EQ. Okay. I'm going to turn up the volume. Clean as can be, and now I'm pumping out some watts. I think the amp might be, nah, it's not on 1 yet. But anyhow, it's not the speaker. You know, it'll be rumbling to death. So I'm going to turn this back down. There's our distortion again. So I cut down the 3 lowest bands However, the low EQ, the thing's kind of noisy. So it seems to me that when I jack up 125 hertz, it's making the noise. Just raise the one next to it, no problem. If you bypass the EQ, turn the volume up, it's fine. We're not going to worry about the contour. So what it feels like is the EQ is kind of the source of my problems. However, the volume knob, the master is really noisy, and then there's, if you're going to do anything, you might as well do it right. So what I will do next is take the top off. Well, one, I will turn it off. I'm going to unplug this bass, and I'm going to unplug the power. I'll have to find a good view and maybe move a light in here, but move the camera over. And actually, we're just going to start outside first. So the way into the potentiometers behind these things here is right from the front. So quickly, I'm not tearing anything apart beyond this. What we're looking at is some contact cleaner. This I got from Lowe's, I think. So I'm just going to squirt some in. I'm going to move this knob. You don't have to be stingy with the stuff. Now, you don't have to use a ton either. So this is the trouble one. Yeah. Okay. Usually it won't take much fiddling around with these. And the last one. All right, now we need to clean these pots here. From the front, that's really not very easy. You could try taking the knob off and squirting. There's really not a great way to do that. Instead, what you want to do come back here, see if I can get a good view of what's going on. Yeah, that's a decent view. All right, let's do a little more light in here if we can. Hey, look at that, you can see. All right, so the idea here on these other knobs, if you take a look, there's a hole in the pot right there. So what I'm going to do is just squirt some of that in the hole. I'm not going to be shy about it. Use both hands, it goes faster. Instantly, this pot is just free as can be. Seeing how that was scratchy, I'm going to just take it to its extremes, back and forth. So, wow, the center to tent just feels better all of a sudden on that. So those are the contour knobs. Okay, let's take a look. And you can't see it, but there's also the same hole here for the compressor. It's all nice and smooth now. So these holes are here just for this purpose. Or you could say the holes are there to get dirt in. Take your pick, to sell you this. Okay, one more to go here. All right, so that's feeling nice and smooth. Wow, there's only one fan in here. I would have thought there's about 3. If you look, I mean, you got the world's biggest power transformer and this very clean circuit board. And gets your giant power supply over here. This is all the stuff they figured out how to make light these days. These are not lightweight amps, but they are heavyweight in tone and heavyweight in reliability. All right, so just lastly, the other easy point of failure on these is this 12AX7 tube here. Used to be just an incredibly cheap fix. As a matter of fact, if I had one laying around, I just put it in. I cannot believe it. I looked the other day, and at least through some of the regular outlets, just a cheap Chinese tube is 12AX7, which is the cheapest tube on the planet, is something stupid like 25 bucks. I almost died when I saw that. All right, well, there's some dirt and stuff in here. I'm going to bring a vacuum in real quick. Fan's gonna be louder because it's still soft. Oh, that was the volume all the way up. That's bad. Well, there's our bass. Man, we got a lot of bass for this amp. So I cranked up the one there. The one band, I think, is 125 hertz. Let's bring up the other sub frequencies. Turn this down just a hair. Bring this up. Still hearing it a little bit. That sucks. So the other thing I could do easily myself is to replace that tube. As dumb as it sounds, I had a 210 combo, which is this head with 210s built in to one enclosure, and I couldn't figure out a long time ago. That thing went wiggy on me. I don't remember what it was a long time ago, but even though the tube preamp didn't seem to be the source of the problem, the tube was the problem, even when it was just a solid state preamp. So next I will try to replace that tube and see how it goes. But it's so weird. Anything you do to get rid of like just a little bit of signal. I know it seems like just turning everything to 10 kind of might do something like this, but on these amps I've had in the past, that hasn't been the case. So maybe this one's just the way it is, but if nothing else, there's a way to go through something in the way that you can easily yourself. You know, and again, when things are sitting around, they make a lot of noise. So now you'll notice, ooh, feedback. But basically the volume works incredibly smoothly now. Wow, I don't remember. Well, of course, I would never be this close to this damn thing. So, you know, there you go. Not a total success, not a total failure. Again, more pointing you toward what can you do yourself easily. Now, if you have electronic skill, as far as things go, this is a relatively simple amplifier. There's high voltage in there. Don't be an idiot. But anyhow, hopefully you've learned something. I did, and I might just keep the lows down for a while until I can figure out what's going on. And like I said, I'll replace the tube just to say I did it. All right, if you like all things bass, please consider subscribing. Over 1,550 subscribers, over 1 million channel views. Thanks for watching.